Morning, Minister. Are you going to resign?
She hadn't then, but she has now. The Work and Pensions Secretary, Esther McVeigh, became the second Cabinet Minister to walk out over the Brexit divorce deal. She followed the man in charge of the Brexit talks out of government, Dominic Raab, now the second Brexit Secretary to quit the job, saying he couldn't support what was now on the table.
The terms proposed to the Cabinet yesterday, I think, had two major and fatal flaws. The first is that the terms being offered by the EU threaten the integrity of the United Kingdom, and the second is that they would lead to an indefinite, if not permanent, situation where we're locked into a regime with no say over the rules and the laws being applied, with no exit mechanism. And I think that would be damaging for the economy, but devastating for public trust in our democracy.
There were more resignations among junior ministers too. In some, a major blow for Theresa May and her preferred Brexit agreement, which she thought her top team had signed off last night. This morning in the Commons, forced to defend her strategy with a plea to the House to back her.
I know it's been a frustrating process. It has forced us to confront some very difficult issues. But a good Brexit, a Brexit which is in the national interest, is possible. We have persevered and have made a decisive breakthrough. Once a final deal is agreed, I will bring it to Parliament and I will ask MPs to consider the national interest and give it their backing. Voting against a deal would take us all back to square one.
People around the country will be feeling anxious this morning about the industries they work in, the jobs they hold, about the stability of their communities and their country. The government must now withdraw this half-baked deal, which is clear does not have the backing of the Cabinet, this Parliament, or the country as a whole.
Here in Westminster, the numbers are against the Prime Minister, with presumed allies and opponents alike queuing up to criticise.
I could today stand here and take the Prime Minister through the list of promises and pledges that she made to this House and to us privately about the future of Northern Ireland in the future relationship with the EU. But I fear it would be a waste of time since she clearly doesn't listen.
The Prime Minister comes before us today trying to sell us a deal that is already dead in the water.
Over 80 Tory backbenchers, well, it's 84 now and it's going up by the hour, will vote against it. It is therefore mathematically impossible to get this deal through the House of Commons.
Theresa May has withstood cabinet resignations before, and for now she's standing firm in number 10 and behind her Brexit deal, convinced that when it comes to it, Parliament will be on her side. But the threat to her leadership and her strategy is real, and it could still all come crashing down. Leila Nathu, BBC News, Westminster.